Hello folks, welcome back to a brand new episode here of the Journeyman here on Football Manager 2021. Hope you guys are keeping well and safe. And once again, a new episode. We're kicking off our FA Cup campaign today, round 3. And we're going to be taking on Oxford United. So let's see how we've been getting on anyway since we last met. By the way, look at these players that we've got coming through. Nice little selection of players, you know. I like him a lot. Simon Harding, maybe. I'll have a look at him in a minute. Maybe get him in the first team for this next game. But what I love so far about this team this season, although we're not, punching high like we have done really every season during the Journeyman. At Brackley we did well first season, smashed the league second season. Grimsby we were up at the top of the table throughout the whole season. The amount of young players that I'm getting in and getting to perform has been fantastic. We'll talk about it a little bit more. Of course, in the last episode, a disappointing defeat to Huddersfield. But the game after that, we bounced back brilliantly. A 3-0 win over Reading. And I'll talk to you a little bit more about some of the players that played in this game. But Joe Rawls, a young lad called Reece Searle scored in that game. And Isaac and Benza as well. Unfortunately, we lost out away to Middlesbrough 1-0. Chuba Akpom causing us all sorts of problems on the break. Middlesbrough, really. With our high line, they did us a few times. Probably should have beaten us by a couple of goals. We then drew 3-3 top of the league. Sheffield United, a crazy game, really. Michael Obafemi scored. Young Reece Searle scored again in the 85th minute, which looked to secure us a point. Alexander Zizak, who scored a hat-trick. He then made it 3-2 in the 86th minute, but Kiefer Moore scored in the 89th minute to grab us a point. And then we smashed QPR 8-1. Kiefer Moore scoring 4, Grant Hanley grabbing 1, Perry and G with 1, and Reece Frankham as well with 2, coming back from injury, playing on the right wing. And what a mad result, away from home as well. What an away day that would have been. But you'll see one of the new names there, Reece Searle, is a young lad who was in the academy. I wanted a number 10, and I just looked at his attributes and thought, it suits that number 10 role, really. So we've got him training there a little bit already, gaining in comfortability there. But as you can see, 2 goals and 2 assists in 4 games for us so far. I like his passing a lot. He scored an absolute banger in the first game. I think it was against Reading. But at the age of 18, just really, really nice. And a player that's, if we expose him to more first-team football, could be a cracking player. Oh, he's actually out of contract at the end of the season. So let me do that now. Have we got a trigger, did that say? A trigger extension clause? Definitely do that. But you'll see there quickly when I went at development centre, I like the look of this Simon Harding. Although his finishing's a little and heading's a little bit low. Composure's okay. So I think with the chances, he may take those, to be fair. But we've got so many young players. Like even this lad, Kieran Ellis, could easily come into the team and do jobs. And we've got some cracking young players. Another central midfielder there. He looks phenomenal at 18. So really, really good signs for the future with this team. This lad scored 9 goals for the youngsters this season, but we'll keep our eye on him. Maybe as a number 10, I think he'd be more suited rather than a striker, actually. But definitely decent little player there. But in the league right now, we're up to 10th. We are still 8 points, 8 points outside the top 6. So we're still knocking on the door slightly. Our goal difference is decent, actually, plus 13. Better than the majority of the playoffs as well. So we're scoring loads of goals, just at the moment conceding that little bit too many. But I don't mind that too much. Today we're playing Oxford anyway in the FA Cup. They're currently in League One, doing quite well. They're sat in 3rd under Freddie Umberg. So it is going to be a tough game. We're without our 2 main strikers in Ricky J. Jones and Kiefer Moore. So we'll probably see the likes of Reece Searle get a chance. Like we said, you'll see these young players have that opportunity. But we will rotate slightly as well. In terms of signings, it looks like Jozo Simonovic, who's at the club currently, signed on a free. We're going to be letting him go just because he's got a quite big wage, not really doing much for me at the moment. Kiefer Moore, actually, we had a big bid coming from him from Guangzhou in China. 8 million, rising up to 14 million. In the end, I did reject it. I may kick myself for that, but he didn't want to join anyway, so I think the chances of me accepting it, maybe in hindsight I should have looked at it a little bit more seriously, but I have rejected it because it was right after he scored 4 goals. We haven't signed anyone new just yet. I think with these youngsters that have come through, I've been pretty impressed with how they've been getting on. But we have also sold Ike Ugbo to Millwall. He was moaning about game time, and we got 3.1 million for him. Not a bad piece of business, seeing as they signed him on a free 2 years ago. And then Tom Cleverley has gone out on loan to Rochdale. Again, another player that's not really played for us. I think he's played once for us, so just to get him out there and playing a bit more football. So game against Oxford then. Fingers crossed we can get it. Would it be nice to go on a little cup run? But let's see how we can get on against the League One side. So then here is our team. Actually still quite a strong team in comparison to what maybe you would expect to see us play, but still some strong players in there. Almiron, Obafemi, a couple of the young lads in there as well. So fingers crossed we can give Oxford a good game, and hopefully we can get through to the next round. But it's away from home. It's the FA Cup. Anything can happen in these sort of competitions. But I am looking forward to it. Obviously, they'll be high on morale. They'll be looking forward to it. So let's see how we can get on here against Freddie Ljungberg's side. And throwing early on Byron. Playing at left back today, Sam Byron. Into Famia Castillo's got that little bit of pace. Playing at left wing today. Thompson. It's a poor pass from him. And Oxford can maybe start a counter-attack here. Option on the left-hand side. Grant Hanley hoofs it forward. Obafemi, who's a very quick customer, wins the header and back to Almiron. Almiron will break forward now. Still doing well. Byron will keep it in. He'll lay it back off to Almiron here. Back across. And it was there. Reece Searle with a big chance to add to his tally. Already growing in terms of goal contributions. 4 in 4 from him. Probably should have made it 5. Byron with a good tackle. Famia Castillo will get it away. But a good start from us there. Almiron with a lovely ball into Reece Searle. Starting on the right wing today. Normally playing him through the middle or on the left-hand side. With Stewart on the ball now. Kamara brings it down for Oxford into Edelakun. And it's a good chance. It's hit off the woodwork. And a big chance for Oxford there to go 1-0 up. And that's the closest either side have come so far. Yeah, 50-50 at the moment. Just slowly but surely getting ourselves into this game. We've got Ryan Bodin, Searle, but a lot of youngsters. Oxford will whip this ball in now, headed away. Now we can break. Bodin, fantastic ball here to Famia Castillo, who's in. He's got the pace. He got the angle for himself, but Lumley keeps it out. Just 23 minutes gone, and we probably should have gone 1-0 up there. It's going to be Almiron with the corner in. Whips it in towards the big head of Grant Hanley, who heads straight at goal. And Lumley, again, is very quick distribution. Not too sure why he's going so quick about it, but Oxford may have a chance here. It's Stewart. We've got an angle on him. And Hanley's brought him down. He's already on a booking, Grant Hanley. What is he doing? Oh, literally had him where he wanted him. Didn't need to panic. Didn't need to do anything else. Oxford had the chance to go 1-0 up, and they do. Oh, Grant Hanley. I think the centre-backs, like Saliba's been good because he's provided that goal contribution as well. But Sean Morrison and Grant Hanley, I think Hanley's contract's up at the end of the season. I may cash in on him now, to be honest. He's a good, like, you look at his attributes and he's a beast. Like, he's actually really, really decent. But whenever he's played, man, frustrating. It's Almiron anyway. Ball in, Grant Hanley. Oh, Famia Castillo should have scored. It would have been sod's law that Grant Hanley scored then as well. It looked like, is he not? Yeah, he's on a booking. Both our centre-backs are on a booking, actually. So that's something that we've got to look out for. Hopefully I've not cursed it. It's more now for Oxford. Adelakun on the right-hand side. Byron couldn't get a tackle in, and Oxford with Stewart again comes so close to making it 2-0. Headed it across the face of goal. And we're coming up towards half-time here, and it's Oxford 1, Cardiff 0. We've got an injury now. Young Reece Searle, just frustrating. A potential foot injury for him. We're going to bring Reece Frankham on, so a Reece for a Reece. But Frankham obviously had a really, really decent game. They've got an injury now as well. We played 6 minutes over the stoppage time there. But it is 1-0. We've had 12 shots on goal. So you'd be hoping that we'd be testing them a little bit more. We may have a chance. This would be good timing if we can. Almiron with a good ball in. And there's Michael Obafemi. Oh, it's offside. Oh, I thought it was 1-1. Michael Obafemi at the back post. They don't show a replay either, which is frustrating. I would have liked to have seen how close that was. But our XG is that little bit better than theirs. We've had more shots on goal and on target than them as well. Lewis Thompson having a quiet game out there. Michael Obafemi having a quiet game. But we haven't really got many options to bring on in terms of a striker. But we've got 15 minutes to go. So we better make those changes now. Jeff Hendrick is going to come on for Thompson. And what's Isaac and Benza like? Got that little bit of physicality. So we'll bring him on up front for the last few moments. But here's Frankham for us. He lays it off for Bodin. His shot is blocked. And Oxford now can break forward again and clear it up and away. 15 minutes to go. As it stands, it's going to be a little bit, not quite a giant killing, but a bit of an upset here in the Cup. If Oxford United can hold on here. Just a few moments left. And we need to think about what I'm doing now because it doesn't look good. Let's go a little bit more direct. Let's take off work ball into the box. Distribute quickly. We're going to have to speed things up a little bit. But as it stands, Oxford will go through to round 4. But is there still time for a Cardiff City goal? Perry and G now into Frankham. Frankham on the right-hand side to Ng again. He's blocked. Frankham, who scored 2 goals for us in our last game. Bodin on the right, back to Ng. Just got to make sure we don't lose the ball here. We've got plenty of bodies in the area. Bodin crosses it in towards Famir Castillo. Yes, he's onside. Lovely cross by Ryan Bodin. And we get that late equaliser, which we've been knocking on the door for. Really nice patient play by Ng and Bodin. They had to make sure they didn't lose the ball. That first chance that Bodin got to hit the ball in. Long misses the ball. And Castillo can smash in at the near post. But it looks like it's full time, and I think it does go now to a replay. But we've taken Oxford United there to a replay, or they've taken us to a replay rather. A little bit disappointing, obviously, that we had to rely on such a late goal to create anything in the game. But in the end, there we go. Reece Searle has twisted his ankle, unfortunately, so he is going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks. And in terms of our other strikers, Kiefer Moore, I think he's got the flu or a virus, so he should be back soonish. Possibly in time for that next game against Rotherham. And Ricky J. Jones, unfortunately, out for another 10 days to 4 weeks. Of course, phenomenal for us this season, but got a thigh strain in training. So hopefully the sooner he'll be back, the better. But it's disappointing to draw 1-1 in that game, especially after beating QPR 8 goals to 1. But we will be back in February against Derby, probably, or Hull, just to see how we've gone. But we've got 4 games in the meantime. We should, hopefully, if we beat Oxford, book our place in the 4th round of the FA Cup, and maybe 1 or 2 signings come through the door as well. But guys, be sure to hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon.